Hi everybody, Pastor Susan here. So today, we're still in the series, Train Up a Child in the Way He Should Go. So this morning I've just had a devotion. I was ministering. One of my children was supposed to minister, to speak, to preach. One of the children in the school, a student. And then he came and told me, this topic seems so hard. Can you please come and share it for us? Can you come and share with the student for us? And I thought, okay. So I went and shared. And some of the things that have come my way, what I shared, I feel like I should share with us. So indulge me. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 33 says, just as I also please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of the many, that they may be saved. That they may be saved. And the topic is our character trait for the week is deferent. What does deferent mean? Deferent means controlling my privileges and preferences, in order not to offend those God has called me to serve, but putting their wishes or opinions before mine. And today we're discussing this topic, and we're talking about how sometimes, because you are at a higher privileged place, you start looking at others as lowly, as not your class. I experienced that some years back when, I wasn't so privileged. I wasn't in a certain class of people. And it happened that the church we were going to had a certain class of people. And one time I saw one or two people I knew before they became of a higher status. When I was going towards them, because I wasn't in their league anymore, they just went to the other side. Or in most cases, a person who is a little bit lower, first of all, they will struggle with self-esteem themselves. And then they'll feel that, like, if they're talking, you guys know better, you will even laugh at them. So we looked at such things. The students, where are you privileged? Could it be that probably your parents are blessed and they have more money than others and they're driving better cars, and probably you come to school, they are able to afford the labeled clothes, and so you come to school with a labeled cloth and you show off, you make others who don't have, probably theirs, they picked them from downtown in the market, but they're clean, they're smart, so therefore you come and look down at them. They wanna be kind. That is, you're not being defiant. And maybe you are the parent and you talk down about others in front of your children. So therefore your children don't have respect. And they come and demonstrate exactly that behavior at school. And they do, usually. You're not being defiant as a parent. Can you accept? Think about it, parents. What if the day you're not around? Maybe fate has it, and you go, you leave your children behind, and you have trained them in such a way that they don't value others. To them, they've been the queen and the prince and the whatever of home and everywhere. And therefore, you don't value others. They don't actually, like they look down at others. And you're not there. What kind of life will they live? God forbid. Just think about it. I remember one time I was in a school and we had a holiday camp, I think. So this boy decides to go home and tell the parent how I was rude to him. He was, I think, 6 or 7. I was rude to him. I don't even know the boy. Okay, I was heading the holiday camp. We were doing so many different things, and I don't even remember talking to the boy. So the next morning, the mother comes all hot, calls for me. The askari comes and picks me from the class. And the woman tells me, you see my son? You know an egg? I'm like, okay. You know a precious jewel? Okay. You know a flask, vacuum flask? I go like, okay. My child is an egg. My child is that vacuum flask. You touch it a little bit like this, it breaks, your life ends. I looked at her and I was like, okay, where is this coming from? And then she goes ahead and tells me, yesterday, I think you slapped him. I said, me? Did I even touch? I mean, I don't even know your son. Like because it is a holiday camp, you don't have children from your school alone. There are other schools that come in. I said, me? Maybe it's a mistaken identity. She just told me, I have told you. Made me hear anything about my son. The woman drove away and went. I went back so puzzled. I kept wondering, who is the son? Have I done anything to the child? And honestly speaking, I had not slapped, because I don't slap kids. I know. It's the kids that I discipline. I'll let the parent know that today I disciplined your child for this and this. But not slap a child randomly like that. But this woman assured me, oh, I never forgot her face. Then one time we meet in a different spacing, where they were in the neighborhood, they had a relative, and she would bring her son to stay with that relative over the weekends. And it happened that we had a children's cell, and I was leading the children's cell. Then the child would come to the children's cell, but the child had character, bad manners. Because the mother never took time to go and check, verify what the child said. Is it true? You know, some of us take our children as the almighty. We've given them the powers. Simply, can I be honest? Because you, the parent, talk down on others, so your children come and tell you other stories, because they can manipulate you. Children can manipulate, and they do manipulation a lot. They do it. They'll come and manipulate you and have you believe them. And you come and believe what your child has said instead of verifying. And poor teachers end up suffering accusations which are not true. And what are you teaching your children, friends? Ladies and gentlemen, what are you teaching? Are you a person of humility? Will you sit down and say that my children are humble? Am I humble myself? Because what you are is, you know, there's this saying, charity begins at home. For us at school, we will do our best. We will talk about certain character traits, but we'll do to a certain level. But you see, you spend, SCE says that you, the parent, are the first educator of your child. So you are the first educator of your child. Everything your child learns comes from you. But what are you doing? Can your children be able to stand before great men and not feel like they're on top of the world? Or can they come and identify with the lowly? Reminds me of my son called Shama, my second born. We moved into this neighborhood one time, and there were the people whom we used to buy vegetables from. It was like a shack, really a shack. There was a house that was really a shack. Now there was a boy of his age who was part of it. And you know, I was also a bit misforty, like I think more, like so bad. Okay, not so bad, but bad. You know, bad is bad. So you are, in my opinion, because my son was, I think, 6, 7, I was trying to protect him, because first of all, these children were Muslims. So me, I am a Christian. Oh God, have mercy. And I'm telling my child, why are you playing with those children? Do you know what my 6-year-old son 6 or 7, around there, turned to me and told me, "But mommy, do you know that God loves him, even loves that boy even as he loves me? How will he know about God if I don't play with him, if I don't make him know about God?" I turned and my child rebuked me at that time. May you be rebuked by your children, whom I'm teaching here at Shiloh. May they rebuke you and tell you that, "Man, mommy, I have to be different. You don't have to do this." Because I was rebuked and I felt so slow. I told my son, "Go ahead." So we started inviting the boy into the home. Of course, we left that area many years ago. But I'm just thinking, that little boy, because of what he had been taught, he was going into ACE school. He had already been taught some of these character traits, and they help. So train up a child, but also charity begins at home. What are the values that you're teaching your children? What are the values that you're teaching? Are you the one who talks about people? Parents, please don't. Don't put down your child's teacher when your child is hearing. Because you know what? They'll come to school and they'll think they're the bosses. And character will be zero. Please don't. Are you putting down your child's school? And you know he'll come and even tell you things which are not real. But because you've chosen, "Me, I believe my children." No. It's because you're denying something. Deep down you know that what you're doing is wrong and what your child is doing is wrong. I know that. And you know the truth, that is not the truth. So be careful. What are you hearing from your child? Instead of you going to attack the school and saying, "The teacher," think about it. Is it true? Find out. Is it true? What did the teacher mean? What did the teacher mean? And I'm not defending that teachers are always so correct, because there are some who are also struggling with issues just the same way. But can you extend grace? Find out, befriend them. Probably you'll find out that this teacher actually is a very good human being. It's just that she's struggling with issues. So extend grace. Be different. Respect them. Be kind to them. Respect others, regardless of the social status. I was just telling the children today, they tend to laugh when someone has mother tongue influence. And I was just telling them stories of different mother tongue influences, of scenarios I've had. And probably that nanny at home, because she can't pronounce certain words properly, you guys have made it a joke and you're laughing at it. Is that extending grace? How can you teach her? How can you help her or him to be a better human being? I'm going to end here today. Next week we shall look at the next character trait. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you.